Woohoo! Hello and welcome for the first time. Welcome back to Radiate Yoga. We do this live every Wellness Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Crystal Ariel. I will be your guide this week and every week. Each month we have a new theme, and this month we've been focusing on raising the bar. And we've been embodying that with our featured pose, Forearm Stand, in Sanskrit, Pincha Mayurasana, to help us raise the bar, not just in our practice or, getting up into a fancy pose, but what that means in every aspect of our lives: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. So that's what this month has been about. This is week 5. This is the last week. And we're going to be, I encourage you to go up. Anytime you get a chance to go kick up into forearm stand, take it. If you want to get close to a wall, if that makes you feel more comfortable, if you're not comfortable just, coming up into the air, you don't want to fall, put your mat up against a wall. We're going to be using 2 blocks just for extra support here and there. Yeah. And we've been working really hard this whole month. So this week, I want to just today have some fun, take it slow, and make focus on making a delicious practice. So I think that's it. Oh yeah. Also, I wanted to mention really quick. If you need blocks, if you need props, if you need yoga gear, you can always go to the description of this video once it's posted. And I share a link to Manduka where you can get 10% off. And also every Wednesday before the class, I send out a journal prompt. So this is more than just physical activity. I like it to be a holistic wellness experience. So the journal prompt gives you something to think about, gets the brain and the heart thinking about the deeper aspects of the practice, not just, physical sweating and all that stuff. So you can sign up to Radiant Living, crystalariel.com. You'll also find that in the description of this video. Okay, let's get started. We're going to begin today seated with your legs crossed in front of you. Allow your eyes to look down at the floor or fall shut, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. Taking a few moments to arrive here on your mat. Bringing your hands to your knees, palms facing down to connect with your body. And finding a long spine, pressing down through your sit bones, feeling your pelvis gently rotating forward to unlock the lower back. As you feel the engagement, soft engagement in your core rising up through the chest, lengthening through the spine, through the back of the neck, reaching up and out through the top of your head. Take a deep breath in. As you inhale, lengthen through your body. As you exhale, release the tension. Bring a little softness to your body. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Just following the natural inhalation, natural exhalation. Begin to lengthen your breath, taking the inhale deeper down into the base of the lungs and opening out to the sides, forward and back. As you exhale, maintain the space in the body, slowly releasing the air up and out through your nose. We're not going to do any counting this time, but I do want you to go at your own pace and balance the breath. Go deeper into the body as you inhale, feeling the space. Deep, luxurious breath. As you exhale, take your time. Exhale slowly, release it out. The breath is the most important part of this entire practice. It is the life force that moves through you, that guides us through the movements. Stay connected to this breath as you bring your hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra, and take a moment to set an intention for this time. And slowly, if you have your eyes closed, begin to flicker open your eyelids, looking forward or looking down. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, let's climb some stairs with our arms. You're going to bend your right elbow and lean over to the right side, reaching up with the left arm, stretching through the left side. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, bend into the left elbow, lean to the left as you reach up with the right. And one more time, inhale, back up, bending the right elbow, reaching up with the left. And inhale, back up with the right. Exhale, bending the left, reaching up as you inhale. And exhale, coming back to center. Take both hands down to the mat. And take your right arm forward, drop your forearm down, or you can just keep your hand like this, whatever feels better. So you can keep your palm down or you can drop to your forearm. And then reach up with your left arm, pressing both hips down, keeping the neck long. Maybe open a little bit more as you inhale. And exhale, release the hand down. Coming back to the center, neutralize the spine. Bring your left hand down or drop to your forearm. Inhale, reach up with the right. For a gentle twist, pressing both hips down to the mat. Connecting to breath. On your next exhale, bring both hands down. And walk your hands over to the right. Keep your right palm down as you lift your left hand and reach over to the right, like you're trying to grab something. And exhale, bring the left hand down, walk your hands back to center, neutralize the spine, and walk over to the left. Keep your left palm down, lift your right, and reach over. Exhale, release your hand down, walk hands back to center. And then lift up onto your knees, onto your shins. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And then press your hips over to the right. Inhale back to center. Press your hips over to the left. Inhale back to center. Let's take a few cat-cows. Drop your chest. Inhale, look forward. Lift your tailbone, shoulders back. Exhale, pull your belly in as you round through the spine and release your head. Inhale, drop your chest, looking forward, lifting your tailbone. Exhale, pull your belly in around the spine. Release your head. We're going to do a few more of these, or you can make it a bit more dynamic by pressing back as you lift your chest. And then as you roll into the spine, shift your weight forward and press into the shoulders. So you're kind of doing this snake-like movement. And as you press back, micro bend in the elbows, push yourself back, rolling through the spine. Shift the weight forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And coming back to a neutral spine. From here, plant your right hand down. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Open through the chest and upper back. As you exhale, take that hand and weave it underneath your right arm, dropping your left shoulder. Release your head to the mat. And use your right palm to gently press and open the chest towards the ceiling. Your left palm is facing up and your fingertips are reaching over to the right. Ground yourself. Let's extend the right leg back, coming onto the ball of the right foot. Keeping your right leg where it is. Inhale to press up onto both hands. Lift the knee up off the mat. Going a little deeper into the right calf muscle. Release your head as you breathe. Release the left knee. Release the right. Switching sides, keeping your left palm down. Inhale, reach up with your right arm, opening through the chest and upper back. As you exhale, weave that right hand underneath, dropping the right shoulder. Release your head and using your left hand to gently press open, rotating the chest towards the ceiling. Let's extend the left leg back, coming onto the ball of the left foot. Right palm is facing up, reaching with the fingertips. Keeping your leg where it is. Inhale, press into your left hand, lift yourself up onto both hands, and then press to lift and hover with your right knee, opening, deepening into the left calf muscle. And bring both knees back into a tabletop Padmanasana. Separate the knees wide, bring the feet together, press yourself back into Balasana, child's pose, and release your forehead to the mat, or you can bring your hands underneath your forehead. Inhale to come up, bring your hands under the shoulders, and let's lift up into plank. So step your feet back, coming into plank, pressing into the L of your fingers, that bottom part of the palm, pressing back through the heels, lifting up through the heart. So rotate the shoulders back. So if you're doming up top like this, roll your shoulders back, lift the heart, and then pull your belly in. Reach the crown of the head forward. Find a straight line from the top of your head, down your neck, down your back, down your legs, out through your heels. Release the knees down, bring the elbows in, lift your heart as you slowly lower all the way down to the mat. All the way down. Release the feet. Pull the knees up, pull the belly in. Inhale, roll up through the chest. Bhujangasana. Exhale, release, head to the mat. Inhale up onto the knees. Tuck your toes, lift and press back into downward facing dog. Bend deeply into the right knee. Switching sides. Bend deeply into both knees and reach your tailbone up towards the sky. Bring the focus from your hands, rising up the arms into the upper back. And then pull your belly in. Pull your ribs in so you're not collapsing into the top. You want to maintain that openness in the shoulders and the arms, but pull your ribs in. Release your head. Slowly begin to lower your heels down as far as they go. As you inhale, look forward. Let's shift the weight back into plank. Reach the heart forward. Exhale, lift, and press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift the weight forward into plank. Use your core muscles to move you. As you exhale, pull up and back, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, pull and shift the weight forward into plank. Exhale, pull and press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, pull and shift the weight forward into plank. From your plank, lift the right leg up, hover for 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knee to your nose, step the foot in between your hands, drop the back knee. Use your blocks here if you've got them close by. Use your blocks. Release the back foot. Inhale, reach your heart forward, extend through that front left hip. Exhale, pressing back, extending through the front leg. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Lift the heart. Exhale, pressing back. Open the hamstring. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Open the heart one last time. Maybe sink a little deeper, but not overly extending. Just where you feel it. It feels nice. Then exhale, press back. Release your head. We're going to take a few breaths with the foot like this, toes down. And then only if you want to, feel it a little bit differently, go a little deeper. You're going to lift your toes, roll onto your heel, and your toes are facing back towards you. This is going to go all the way up the leg, up into your glute muscle. Bend into the knee. Take your left hand down to the mat, or you can take it to a block. Inhale, reaching up with the right arm for a twist. If you want, you can take your hand behind your head, open up through the shoulder, press the elbow back. Coming back to center, tuck your back toes, lift the back leg. Reach your right arm up. So we're going to take side plank from here. Feel free to take your arm down if you need to, if you want to, for extra support. Otherwise, challenge yourself. Raise the bar. Let's drop the left heel down to the side and then slowly slide that right foot to come on top of the left, reaching up through your hips. Micro bend in the left elbow, leaning on your muscle, pressing yourself up. Push the mat away from you. Neck is long. Maybe stay here or challenge yourself. Lift the top leg up. And then take that top arm, reach it forward, bring it down. Let's come into plank and lower down onto the forearms. Pull your belly in. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull up from your center. Walk your feet closer to your body, closer to your arms. Oh, let's come into our first dolphin. Breathing into the back of your legs, maybe moving forward and back. Just shifting the weight between your legs and your arms. Lift up onto your hands. Step your feet back, coming into downward facing dog. Shift the weight forward. Come into plank. Hold your plank. Maybe lift your left leg up and hover. Bend your knee. Bring your knee to your nose. And step the foot in between your hands. Drop the back knee. Release the toes. Use your blocks or just bring your hands right down to the mat. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Shift the weight. Opening through the front right hip flexor. Exhale, pressing back, straighten the front leg and release your head. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Open the heart. Exhale, pressing back. Extend the leg, release the head. Inhale, shift the weight forward, lift the heart. Go a little deeper this time, only if it feels okay. And then exhale, press back, keeping your toes on the mat. Option one, stay here for a few breaths, maybe just one or two. And then lift your toes up, only if you want to. Come up onto the heel and reach your toes back towards you. Really opening through the back of the leg all the way up to your glute muscle. Bending back into the knee, take your right hand to the mat. Maybe walk your foot out a little bit. Inhale, twist, reaching up with your left hand. Stay here. You can open up that space in the shoulder. If you have tight shoulders, bring your hand behind your head. Open up through the chest, send the elbow back. Inhale, coming back to the center. Reach your arm up. Tuck your back toes, lift the back leg. So from here, if you want to take this top hand down for extra support, you can. Otherwise, plant your right hand firmly. We're going to drop the back heel, twisting to the side, and then slowly drag that left foot to go on top of the right. Coming into side plank, and then lift your hips up. Push the mat away with your hand, reaching up with the top arm. Neck is long, body's shaken, but you're smiling because you're alive. Good to be alive, getting stronger, raising the bar, getting out of your comfort zone. Not just staying where it feels good, but going to where it's challenging so you can grow, so you can experience different things. All right, let's take that top arm and come back to plank, dropping down onto the forearms. Pull your belly in, press through the heels, reach forward through the crown of the head. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift, pull up through the center. Walk your feet toward your elbows and press back. Let's lift up and then back down. Lift up onto the hands. Exhale back down onto the forearms. Inhale onto the hands and just rocking back and forth. Exhale to the forearms and lift onto the balls of the feet. So lift the heels. Exhale, heels down, hands up. Exhale, forearms down, heels up. One more time, heels down, elbows up. Exhale, elbows down, heels up. Bring your knees to the mat. Come to sit on your heels, or you can put a block underneath you. Whew. All right. I'm going to turn around so you can see my arms. We're going to open up the shoulders a little bit. So let's roll through the shoulders. Inhale up and back. Inhale up. Exhale down. And reverse. All right, inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, bend the elbow. Take your left hand to the elbow and pull it back. So you notice that when it's just like this, it doesn't go that far, but when I pull it down, the hand goes a bit further. And then also be mindful of the curve in your back. So when you're trying to reach and gain length,
you may curve your spine. So gain the length in your arm and then pull your belly in. Realign the spine. Keep your hand there, grabbing to your skin, your shirt, or use a strap. And we're going to release the left arm, take it down, bend the elbow, and lift the hand, reaching for the right. Pressing down through the sit bones, lift the heart, press the elbows back, open through the shoulders. And if you want here, you can bend forward. If you're super bendy, though, I don't really think it makes much of a difference. I think it's better, in my opinion, to stay here and focus on opening the shoulders by pressing your elbows back more than folding forward. Slowly release, slow and controlled. Release the bottom arm, release the top arm. Just cross your arms in front of you. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, reach the left arm up, bend the elbow, take your right hand to your elbow and gently press to open and reach the hand down your back. And be careful of that curve in the spine, pulling your belly in, grounding through your hips. Lift the heart. Relax the shoulders. Keep your hand where it is, grabbing whatever it needs to grab. Take your right hand down and around. Bend the elbow and reach up for your left hand. Use the strap, use your shirt. And then take your elbows back, opening the space in the shoulders. Elbows away from you. Core is engaged. Breath is flowing. Exhale, we're going to slowly release, releasing with control the bottom arm first, and then release the top. And cross the arms in front of you, shake it out. Bring your hands onto the mat, coming back onto the hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift and press back, downward facing dog. Let's drop the forearms to the mat. Use your block if you want to use a block. Walk the feet as far forward as you can. As you keep pressing your forearms into the mat, press your shoulders back. Inhale, reach your right leg straight up and back. Point your toe. Flex your toe. Point your toe. Flex your toe. And keep your hips squared, because if you open your hip like that, you're going to jump up lopsided and probably fall to that side. So you want to keep your hips facing the ground, parallel to the ground. And look back at your feet instead of looking forward. And then lift as high as you can, pointing the toe. And maybe you lift off. Or maybe you need a little hop to help you out. If your leg is somewhere around here, keep looking backwards. Finding that connection with your arms and your shoulders, that brace, lift up, pull your belly in. Maybe you go up all the way, or maybe you just hop a few times. And release that foot down. Release your knees. Inhale, come back up. It's really challenging to talk through that. We're going to take some shoulder rolls, this time big circles with the arms. And reverse. Bring your hands back down to the mat.
Tuck your toes, lift and press back, downward facing dog. From here, bring your elbows down. Maybe walk your hands a bit closer, use the block. If that's helpful, walk your feet, lift your hips. Walk your feet as close in as you can. And lift, inhale to lift the left leg, point the toe. Press into the forearms, flex the toe. Breathe, point the toe. Flex the toe. Point the toe. Stay here looking back, lift, and maybe lift yourself up if you're super flexible in your hamstrings, or you can bend your knee and take little hops. Pull your belly in. Keep the core engaged. And when you're ready, coming back down, meeting onto your heels. Just taking a moment to breathe here. Whatever you need to do in your shoulders, if you want to move side to side, or if you just want to be still and breathe. Let's come back onto the hands and knees. Tuck the toes, lift, press back, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, inhale, look forward. Let's step, lift, and step the feet all the way to the top of the mat. Feet are hip width apart. Inhale, lift halfway, hands to shins. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold and release the head. Grab opposite elbow. Slight bend in the knees as you just hang for a few breaths. Maybe shake the head gently, rocking side to side. Release the hands, press into the heels. Inhale, roll all the way up. Reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend and float all the way back down. Release the head. Inhale, halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the right foot back. Release the knee, toes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Lift and step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Stay here. Shift the weight forward into plank. Lower the knees. Lift the heart. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, roll through the spine, cobra pose. Exhale, release. Inhale up onto the knees. Exhale, tuck, lift, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step it forward in between your hands. Drop the back knee, release the toes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Lift and step the left foot forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend and float all the way back down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the left foot back. Release the knees and toes. Inhale, low lunge. Reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Lift and step the right foot back. Downward facing dog. Stay here or shift the weight forward. Lower the knees. Lift the heart. Exhale all the way down. Elbows in. Inhale, roll up, Bhujangasana. Exhale, release. Inhale up, tuck the toes, lift, press back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it in between your hands. Drop the back knee, toes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Lift and step the right foot forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, bend and float all the way back down. Take your hands to the back of your shins, your calves, and release your head. Pull yourself in a little bit more. Maybe slight bend in the knees if you have any discomfort in your lower back. And release your head. And slowly begin to straighten the legs.
if that feels right for you. Release and inhale halfway. Bring your hands to your shins. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step both feet back. Come into downward facing dog or shift the weight forward into plank and lower down all the way, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, or up dog. Exhale. We all meet in downward facing dog. Bend your knees deeply. Inhale, looking forward. Step or hop. I prefer step because we're doing a lot of stepping into dolphin. But you choose what's best for you. All the way to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, float the hands all the way back down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step your feet back just a little bit, not all the way to downward dog. And let's drop the forearms back down. You can use the block if you like. Come close to the wall. Bring your elbows in. Lift your toes. Lift up onto your tippy toes. Walk forward as much as you can, looking back at your feet. Inhale, reach your right leg straight up, point your toes. And go for that forearm stand if you want to. Just lifting right up into it or taking little hops. Breathing. Holding if you can. Pulling your belly in. Find that plank pose. And slowly release out. Release the legs. Take your arms behind you. Reach the heart forward. Fingers facing back. Pressing into the palms, maybe moving side to side. Massaging through the biceps. And come back to center. Coming hands onto the mat. Tuck your toes, lift and press back, downward facing dog. Step the feet in a bit more and drop down onto the forearms. Lift onto your toes. Walk in even further, pressing into your forearms as you lift your left leg up, point your toe. And be careful not to open up through the left hip. Keep the left hip down, looking back at your foot, and then lift up or take some hops. Or if you can get up and stay up, focus on keeping your body straight. And each side is different. Show compassion for each side. If you're up, I'm here for you, holding the space. And wherever you are, finishing up and meeting us back in this seated pose with your glutes on your heels. Take your fingertips to the sides. Lift your hips up. Cross your feet behind you. Bring your feet forward. Extend through your legs. Bring your hands under your knees or by your thighs, bending your knees and pulling them up into your chest. Lift your heart, keeping your spine long from the crown of the head to your tailbone. Lift the feet, coming into boat. Stay here if you're feeling it already, or extend one arm and then the other. Or you can come into full Navasana. Or you can take your peace fingers and grab your big toe. As long as you're not leaning on your hands to pull you up. So instead of wrapping your fingers around your big toe, keep your fingers straight. So they're just in between the two toes, and you're using it as a guide, but you're having to use your core to keep you up.
So from here, let's bend the right knee. You can bring, so variations here. Option one, you can bend the right knee, take it to your left hip, and then drop yourself down into this pose, which is kind of nice. Or you can simply release yourself down and take your right foot to the inside of your thigh. Or if you have half lotus, you can bring it to the inside on top of your left hip. Inhale, let's lengthen through the spine. Exhale, folding forward, pressing through the left heel. Breathe into the back of the left leg. You can slowly begin to lower down as long as you don't curve the spine. Inhale, coming up. Extend the leg. Bring your hands under your knees. Bend your knees. Bring them into your chest. Lengthen through the spine. Lift. And let's come into Navasana one last time. Staying here. Reaching your arms forward. Coming into full boat. Or that variation where your fingers are straight. They're not wrapped around your toes. It's just a gentle guide as you lift your legs with your core muscles. I always start to get yoga high by the end of the sequence. I'm like, where is my mind? All right, so you can bring your legs down and take the variation you did on the other side, or you can just bend and bring your left foot to your right hip and then lower yourself down like that. Whatever way tickles your fancy. Lengthen through your spine. And as you exhale, pull yourself down towards your foot and breathe into the opening of your right leg. As long as you keep your spine straight, you could start to lower down. And on your next inhale, rising up, extending both legs out in front of you, bending into the knees, bringing your feet to the mat, reaching your arms forward, and then slowly pull your belly in as you lower down to the mat. Release your hands, walk your feet in just a bit more. Lift your hips up, chin away from the chest, palms facing up. Walking the shoulders close to the center, pressing up even further through the hips. Long neck. Exhale, release. And now take your feet and bring them straight up, pressing into the heels. Bend your right leg and bring your foot down. And then walk the foot over to the left. You're going to drop the knee down to the mat And that's going to send your left leg over to the right. Extend your arms out to the sides or cactus the arms. Bring your gaze over to the left. Oh. Slowly lift your left leg straight back up to the center. Lift your right leg to meet the left. Neutralize the spine. Bend the left leg, take the foot down, and walk the foot over to the right. So you lay the knee down, and that's going to send your right leg over to the left. Oh my God. And then release it down. I'm just cracking all over the place. Extend your arms or cactus the arms. And then turn your head over to the right. Inhale, use your core to lift your right leg straight up. Bring both legs back together. And then exhale, release slowly, slower, 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 and down to the mat. Extend your arms and legs. We've made it for an extra delicious, extra long Shavasana. So make yourself comfortable, move your hips, move your shoulders, move your arms and legs. Lift your head and bring it back down so your neck is long. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it all out. Take a deep breath in, returning to your body. As you exhale, begin to move toes, fingers, head. Inhale your arms overhead as you extend your legs forward. Big stretch. And exhale, bend your knees. Bring them to your chest as you wrap your arms around this beautiful vessel that was gifted to you to walk this earth, to experience this life. Just take a moment to say, thank you, body. I love you. I will take care of you today. And when you're ready, roll over to one side and lift yourself up, or simply lift yourself by rolling into a seated, easy Sukhasana. Hands to your knees, this time with palms facing up, open to receive. Lengthening through the spine. Finding the posture that you want to go throughout your day with. Lifted, but soft. Expanded, but humble. Reconnecting to your breath as you bring your hands together. Take your thumbs to your third eye. And gently bow forward, honoring yourself, honoring this moment, honoring each other. Thank you for joining me today for this practice. This is the last week of January, so next week we're going to be starting a new theme and featured pose. Subscribe and tap the notification bell so you'll get notified when I drop the February update video with all those goodies. And I will see you next week. Ciao for now. Have a delicious Wellness Wednesday. Adios.